Hi there guys, issue 45 today. Now this is later than usual. Unfortunately, a few weeks ago me and my family had to suffer a bit of a burglary incident which had a pretty bad fallout, which has taken up all my time. So I'm very late, apologies for that. So we'll get issue 45 out, you get it today. Issue 46 you'll probably get today as well, and then we'll be up to date with issue 47, which you'll get tomorrow or Wednesday. So what have we got? Space Marine Scouts. So we've got one large sprue. These are older models. So what I'll do is I will make it up with the items that we've got here, but I'll probably go back later on and replace the heads because they look pretty crap. But there you go. So let's have a look at the magazine first. In this issue, your Space Marine force grows this issue with a squad of Space Marine Scouts. Scouts are the new recruits of a Space Marine chapter that are ready to take to the battlefield. During their training, they take on missions of reconnaissance, sabotage and other special operations. These missions give the Scouts experience of war with a lower risk of combat casualties. They use a wide variety of weapons and war gear to achieve these goals, so your Scouts have lots of weapons to choose from. This kit has the most war gear option of any you have received so far, and that is very much in keeping with the older GW stuff. So this should be stamped with a date on it. Where are we? Games Workshop 2005. So everything from this sprue is 14 years old. To help you choose which weapons to equip your Scouts with, we've included tutorial 26 in the play section. You should read this tutorial before you choose your weapons for the unit. We've also included build and paint instructions for each weapon option in the issue's build and paint tutorials. When you're done, there's a special mission just for your Scouts to play. Okay, great. Happy hobbying. Thanks Ian, whoever Ian is. So, what have we got today? Space Marine Scouts. Learn about the new recruits of the Space Marine chapter. Scout war gear. Learn about all their stuff. How to build them. How to paint them. War gear options rules tutorial 26, a tutorial for choosing the war gear options for your models. Space Marine Scouts datasheet number 9, and in play title 3 rules mission 29. Space Marine Scouts go behind enemy lines in this mission. So that's great. So what have we got? Space Marine Warriors number 6. Scouts are Space Marine recruits who are being tested and trained on the battlefield. They deploy ahead of the main force, infiltrating in order to sabotage the foe or prepare for the advance of their brothers. They strike hard and fast, vanishing before the foe retaliates. So that is good. Lots of stuff here. War gear. So their war gear consists of a Starty shotgun, a camo cloak, grenades, Scout binoculars and chain swords. So that's good. How to build them. Lots and lots of different options. How to paint them. So these paint guides, as we're getting more paints, these paint guides are getting bigger. So for example, this particular issue has got 6 pages of the paint guide. So it's getting bigger. Now, tutorial number 26, war gear options. In Warhammer 40,000, most units can be equipped with a variety of different weapons. Space Marine Scouts are the first unit you've received with several to choose from. Here we show you how to choose weapons and equip a unit with many options. So, this is interesting because this is something I don't fully understand. So I know there's all different things they can get. So we've got a Starty shotgun, bolt pistol, bolt gun, heavy bolt, a combat knife, frag grenade, crack grenade. It's got all these different options, but I've never known how to kind of include the options in really the value of one of these miniatures. You know, if you add on, you know, can you strap a shotgun to the back as well as having the heavy bolter? What does that do with the points value it's worth? Things like that. So that's good. I'm very interested to find out more about this. So many units can take several different weapon options. If a unit can swap its default weapon, the options will be shown in the War Gear options section of the data sheet. Some units require all models to use the same weapon, but others, like Scouts, can take a combination of them. and then it explains what the weapon list is. This section of the data sheet shows all of the possible weapon options the unit can take. If you need to check the rules for the weapons you have given a unit, they will be listed here. It is always a good idea to make sure you are familiar with the individual weapon rules before you equip your unit. Certain weapons will help a unit fulfill different roles, so choose weapons you want to use often. Okay, that's good. And then we've got wargear, explaining all the different stuff. Then we've got our data sheet, again with all those weapon options on them. Then we've got Rules Mission 29 from the Shadows. Kalon's southern sector swarms with snuffling mobs of poxwalkers. Their former lives as factory workers, miners and soldiers have been forgotten. Their minds are enslaved by the foul diseases of the Death Guard. Nice. So there's our scout, about to have a rumble with these guys. So, extract the data. A unit of Space Marine scouts has been sent deep behind enemy lines. Their mission is to extract sensitive information from the broken and discarded computer terminals, ensuring that the Death Guard don't get their hands on vital code ciphers for the defense network. Okay, so we need to put our objectives here, which are cut out from the back page here. So Death Guard have got four units of 3 poxwalkers, and then 1 Plague Champion with Bolt Pistol, Plague Sword and Power Fist up against our unit of 5 Scouts. So that's 12 Poxwalkers and a Plague Champion up against 5 Scouts. That seems like a pretty tough deal for the Space Marines. Okay, so the battlefield. Place 5 objective markers in the positions shown on the battlefield map. On the battle map. These Space Marine Scouts can collect objective markers by moving into base contact with them. Remove each marker from the battlefield when it is collected. So deployment is, the Death Guard player deploys their unit so that each model is touching an objective marker. The Space Marine Scouts then deploy using their concealed positions rule. The Space Marine player takes the first turn. Now, going back to the data sheet, concealed positions. When you set up this unit during deployment, it can be set up anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches from the enemy deployment zone. So basically, anywhere that is more than 9 inches from these objectives, and as you can see here, it's marked it out, that this one is shown as being 9 inches from the edge of the board, this way, and 11 inches that way. So really cool. Victory conditions. The Space Marine player is victorious if they collect 3 objective markers. Either player can win the game by eliminating all enemy units. The Death Guard player is victorious if they prevent the Space Marine player from collecting 3 objective markers. Game lasts for 5 battle rounds. So that's good. I like this. Nice simple one to get you to learn how to use the Scouts. Very nice. Now conquest continues. So the next video I will do will be for these bad boys. I've already got it, so I'll be uploading that tonight as well probably. And then the next issue, which I'll be uploading maybe tomorrow, if not Wednesday, will be a Space Marine Land Speeder, which is a cool model as well. Now, let's get into building these bad boys. Okay, assembly's done, and I can happily tell you that I found the entire experience deeply frustrating, horrifyingly frustrating. So, what should we start with? Right, okay, so I'll start with the first thing, and that is that I don't like the models. The heads are too big. I've added some war gear there. It's like a flask and some rope and stuff. There's not enough detail on them. I do not like them. But that is not why. And actually, before I carry on, it's a heavy bolter. No, it's not a heavy bolter. I don't know what that is, but it's added a knife on for the war gear. But I'll tell you what it is. These were deeply frustrating to put together. And the reason is that we have been treated to models that are easy fit and go well together. Even that arm isn't set on there properly, so I'll fix that as well. But these are even made in such a way that it feels like the parts aren't actually supposed to go together, especially for the dudes with two-handed weapons. I was going to have 4 guys. I was going to have 2 shotguns, the bolter, but I was so frustrated that I ended up not going for another two-handed weapon, because trying to get these to sit on the guys properly was a nightmare. It's like the arms aren't positioned correctly enough. You guys will probably have a much better job than me, but I found that deeply frustrating. However, I'll be adding a copy of this week's into the prize fund that we've already got going, so that's coming as well. So I'm going to call it quits there. Just a very quick one today, and I'll catch up with you today or tomorrow with issue number 46, which I'm going to start recording right now.